Hello, garden friend. Today we are going garden shopping for less, and we are going to none other than the Dollar Tree. We are looking for garden supplies, including seeds, on a budget. But speaking of a budget, you better have one before you approach these doors, because if you do not, they will empty out your pockets. Welcome to Finding Joy in the Garden. I am walking right past the Valentine display because I'm not here for love. Well, I am here for love of the garden, that is. We're starting off in this corner with these little garden trellises, and I've used these in the past to hold up plants more like rather than having something climb up it. But I've used them for, I believe, green beans in the past and to hold up some of my marigolds. They're pretty. They do last in the garden. Also, you could get some garden hooks. They had different sizes. That's the larger garden hook. You can hang up baskets with those. And then these are the smaller ones. They look very sturdy. I've not seen the smaller ones in the past. I've had the bigger ones, but this one looks like it's new, or maybe just new to me. And you can get some shepherd hooks. Now, this one I've bought two in the past. One broke pretty quickly, but the other one is still in the garden. So I think it's a good price. $1.25. It's the Dollar Tree, but it's $1.25 now. Now these containers, these are new to the Dollar Tree. They had the gray and the orange, and also some black and tan in the back. And you best believe I picked some of those up. These hanging baskets I absolutely adore. For some reason this year, they were tangled. Watch me struggle. They were just tangled. I couldn't get them separated. I tried again. I tried a lot of times. The hanging parts were just tangled together. So I put them back. We got to move on. These are rolling plant caddies, and this is the black one. Of course, black is one of my favorite colors, but it has these wheels at the bottom so you can move your plants around. So if you have plants on your deck, that would be a good one. This self-watering can, I think it's new too. I had the bigger size, but these smaller ones I think are new. They had the gray and the black. And these are one of my favorites. I've grown strawberries in them. They are stackable planters, and they do very well in the garden. And they had different colors, but green, another one of my favorites. Now you can get some garden tools. These are little trowels, and they had pruners, different types, the sharp points, some serrated. I've used these in the past. They last about a season or so. Maybe I just picked them, but they last about a season. Now, watering cans. You see the theme here? I like green. So the green ones, I like these. It felt sturdy. The plastic felt pretty good. And they had different colors. So that was the green one, which I thought was absolutely gorgeous. So I was going to take it with me. Then I saw the dark blue and the light blue. And then I came across this one. Would you please look at this? This is gray. And now I was a little bit confused because look at it. It's gorgeous. So I had to play a little game. The gray or the green. Green. Who goes with me? Yeah, but they were beautiful. Now, these are watering globes or watering stakes. And these are great if you have to be out of town for a couple of days. You can fill it with water and put it close to your plant so that the plant can be watered while you're away. More containers, because this is the Dollar Tree and they have containers. These look like little beehives, don't they? And gloves, because gardeners need gloves. I like the plain colored ones, but you can see there's so many different styles and colors and patterns that you can pick. I've had this blue one in the past. It lasted maybe half a season because my hands shred gloves. It is what it is. But for $1.25, it's not a bad deal. So this is probably what I would take, but there are so many different types of gloves, so you get to pick the one that suits you. Look at the selection. Now moving on to more decor. This one says the garden is my happy place, which it is. And the other says welcome. Both of them spoke to me. I wonder which one I should take. They're both very pretty. Which one do you think I took? Maybe I should get them both. Control yourself. Now, The plant cloche, I've bought this many times from the Dollar Tree, and I use these to cover plants or seedlings when it's still a little bit cold outside. They are really good for that. You need to hold them down or pin them down so they don't fly away. But they have these holes at the top, which you can actually cover with this little plastic turn thing here. So I think they're really cool for $1.25. Plant closures. Now, this I found, garden fence. Now, if you've ever used this before, please leave me a comment and let me know if they're any good. But they're pretty, and I figured I'd try it. So let me know. Back to the hanging baskets. I couldn't give up because I do have 2 of these in my garden and I loved them. So I had to try to separate them, and I eventually got them to cooperate with me. So I'll show you how it hangs. You see that? I couldn't find the inner core that goes inside, but we'll figure something out. But these hanging baskets are delicious. I love them. And so you can see, I had to take them. I had to. If you're into birds and feeding them, these are some hummingbird feeders, and you can fill them with nectar, so sugar water, nectar, or you can buy a ready-made one. I don't feed the birds, I'm sorry. But if you do, that would be great for you. These are pots. These are seed starting pots. They look a little too small for me, and I haven't used them in the past, but please, if you have, leave a comment so the people know what they can use it for. Be helpful. Help us out. This here is a thermometer, and I bought one of these a year or 2 years ago when it was still the Dollar Tree for $1, and it works. So this is a good deal. $1.25 for a thermometer. More shares, more pruners. I have one of these. Like I said, I break stuff, so the little metal spring part would always fall off for me. But you might have a different experience. But like I said, it's $1.25, so I had to try one. Okay? I had to. Some plant clips. You can attach your plants to your trellis with these. And what did I say about containers? More containers, different colors and sizes, and more decor, because the garden's got to be pretty. Here are some seeds. These are not the ones I usually buy, but they have a wildflower blend, some zinnias, and microgreens. I like the individual packs. I'll show you later. Some plant labels. Have you used these? I've never bought these before. 10 for $1.25? I'm not sure. Let me know if you've used them in the past. This is a garden flag, another thing I've never purchased and never actually seen in the Dollar Tree. A garden flag. If you use this, let us know how you use it, because I don't know what to do with this. Now to my favorite things to buy from the Dollar Tree. It's got to be seeds. This is an incredible deal. 4 for $1.25. Now, granted, it used to be 4 for $1, and at some point 5 for $1, but it's still a fantastic deal. They have flowers. They have vegetables. You can grow an entire garden from Dollar Tree seeds, and I think they are underrated. Speak of a seed, you could probably find it here. They have different varieties of marigolds. They have California poppies. They have all kinds of vegetables and herbs. If you go to the Dollar Tree with $10, you can get 32 packs of seeds. I hope my math is right. You can get beets, cabbage, broccoli, carrots. You get fall vegetables, summer vegetables, all of it. And if you want to buy these seeds, you want to buy them now, because once these are gone, they don't really restock them. So get what you need for the year. These are African daisies. I've bought these in the past. They have bachelor buttons. They have alyssum. I grew alyssum in my garden from these very seeds, and they were beautiful. So pick up your seeds from the Dollar Tree. Save yourself some money. Do life on a budget. These are Cosmos. They have 2 types of Cosmos. I think one of them is the Bright Lights Cosmos, and let's see, Sensation Mixed Colors. So get your Cosmos, get your marigolds, your zinnias. They have so many types of zinnias. Now, this is a wildflower mix. I don't like mixes because sometimes you get plants that may be invasive in your area. In these mixes. So I like to buy the individual packs, but if you don't mind a wildflower mix, they have that too. And like I said, marigolds, they have the petite marigolds, they have the tall marigolds. Get your seeds from the Dollar Tree. The way I like to do it is I like to start at the Dollar Tree and get everything I can find in the Dollar Tree and then move on to other stores that may be more expensive. I've had great germination with Dollar Tree seeds. Don't be fooled by the name. Don't think because it's cheap they won't grow. They'll grow. See, they have some snapdragons, sunflowers. You can grow a beautiful garden from Dollar Tree seeds. Have I said it enough? Have I convinced somebody? And if you've grown seeds from Dollar Tree, please let the people know in the comment section so they know I'm not just making all this up. Look at that. You get peppers, you get basil, beans, different colors of beans. You could get everything you need for like a beginner garden from the Dollar Tree. Melons, carrots, broccoli, it's all there. So go early, because if you wait a while, it may be picked over and you may not find the seeds you want. So if you're thinking about buying seeds from the Dollar Tree, the time is now. It was actually yesterday, but now we'll be fine. Get green onions. I've grown many green onions from Dollar Tree seeds. And remember, onion seeds don't keep for a long time, so you want them fresh. So if you need to buy them every year, for some reason, 25 cents is probably the best way to go, right? All right. Here are some cayenne pepper seeds if you like it a bit hot. They had some banana peppers, some bell peppers. This is a habanero pepper, and that is hot. Hotter. They had some beets and radishes, all kinds of vegetables. So if you mean to start a new garden, if you're a new gardener and you're looking for seeds, this will be your best bet, best bang for your buck. Here are some oregano seeds, lots of herb seeds. They had thyme, oregano, lavender, so many different seeds, which would be way more expensive in a different store. So please give them a try. Basil, so many different seeds. I think I've said what I need to say about these seeds. Get your seeds from the Dollar Tree, okay? I couldn't help myself. I got some too. Moving on to more decor. These are some gnome houses. This would be great for a little rock garden, or if you had kids, this would make a little children's garden space look very pretty. And the detail on these things are so pretty. So pretty. So if you know how they do in the sun, please let us know. These are some solar stakes, some solar stake lights. And they had different types, so you can light up your garden paths, you can light up your garden, just make it look a little more beautiful. And if you are looking to save your knees from destruction, here are some knee pads. They are pretty thin, so you might want to double up on them, but they had different colors, purples and the greens. This looks like a fun little grow kit, and this was a daisy grow kit. It has everything you need to grow it, except I'm presuming water. There's probably no water in there. Or sunlight, but they had different kits. So that was the daisy one, and they also had a tomato one and a coneflower. Now I wouldn't buy these to grow a garden, but if you are just growing inside the house, or you wanted to do a fun project with your kids, this might be a good way to start. So grow kits. They had some more tools. These are cultivators. They had different types, and so watch me struggle try to get them free. But they had different types and colors of cultivators. I've bought one of these in the past and left it out in the garden for a whole season, and it did so well, it didn't rust. So if it can survive me, it probably is very sturdy. So see, it's a cultivator, and just to dig around in your garden, move soil around. See, I'm teaching you how to do it. Okay. So cultivators if you need one at the Dollar Tree. Here we have plant saucers that you can put at the bottom of your containers, different sizes. That was a 6-pack of the smallest size, and the mid-size one had 4 saucers for $1.25, and then the largest one had 3 saucers for $1.25, not 35. Inflation, my goodness. Now this decor is a little too specific for me. It says spring flowers. It's pretty, but a little too specific. Now this wasn't in the gardening section, but I thought it was super pretty, and it might do well in your patio. It has a little leaf bottom. Let me show you that. It's a little leaf platter in white, and then the balls you can put on it just for decor. I thought it was really pretty, and the price is pretty good. If you ask me, $1.25. This could go in your living room or in a patio. So not in the garden, but hey, it's pretty. I couldn't walk past it. It was cute. Now moving on, because the Dollar Tree, you have different sections where you can find your garden supplies. So there's a section that has things that are not $1.25. So they range from $3 to $5. And so let's slide over there and see what we can pick up. And first up was this folding garden saw or pruning saw. And I've never seen this before. So if anyone has ever used this, let us know if it does anything. It's $5. I'm not sure how it would work, but if you've used it and it works, please let the humans know in the comment section. And right next to it was some potting mix. Now this is the Miracle Grow potting mix, and it's a smaller bag than you would get at the big box stores, but in a pinch, if you were looking for soil, this would probably do. So if you had a little project with your kids, this one bag of soil might be enough. I couldn't tell if it was $3 or $5. Now this is a plant stand, and they had different colors of it, the white and the blue and the red. It was $5, so you can put your plants on it. Please don't put your weight on it. It doesn't feel sturdy enough to hold a grown human. But they had many pretty colors. So if you wanted to put your plants higher above the ground, this might be a good idea for you. Look at the different colors. I think black was my favorite. And by this time of the video, you should have been able to guess that black would probably have been my favorite. Now, these are self-watering containers, and I bought some of these last year, and they did really well. I've planted peas in them, carrots, cucumbers, and that's where the water goes in. It's really cool because you don't have to worry about watering them every day in the really, really hot summer. So these self-watering containers, they're really good. At least they've lasted the year. I haven't had any of them crack yet. So for $5, I think it's a good enough buy. They had the gray ones as well, which you can see here. Same container, just a different color. I have a gray one. I love it. And then, of course, black, because I like black. Okay, there you go. All right, moving on to this, which I think is new to the Dollar Tree. And these are knee pads. Speak English, lady. Knee pads. They're gardening knee pads. And I guess you put them on over your clothes and walk around the garden with them and kneel when you have to. Not a thing I would do, but if you are interested in them, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. Some more lights. Now, these are also solar lights, but these are $5 each. I don't know if these are really sturdy. They felt very plasticky, and I'm not sure how they would do. If you've used them, you know what to do. Leave a comment. Let's know how they work. But they just felt a little flimsy to me. But I haven't used it, so I can't give a good review. And right next to it on the other side are some more garden stakes. This one felt even less sturdy to me, but these are flower stakes. They look pretty, but they just look like I would break them in a second. I break stuff. But look at the colors. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? But right next to them, you can have my money. Now, this is cute. I have a thing for bicycles though, so it might not even look as pretty as it is. I just love bicycles. So this looks pretty to me, and I wanted it. So I had to slide it to the left. That's how you know I'm taking it. I'm taking it. It's beautiful to me. This, little garden stake, but it's $5. I think it's a little expensive. This one is also pretty, but I'm scared the sun will bleach this. So anyone with any experience with this stake, let us know. You know where, in the comments. I love solar lights. I bought 2 from the Dollar Tree last year, and they did really well. They looked a little different from this one, and they were black, but this also looks really pretty. Now moving on, because there is more. Look at her. Isn't she so cute? We're a little shaky. That's a ladybug. A garden ladybug. Look at the little polka dots. This was the most beautiful little thing. She's so cute. So that's the ladybug. And then there was the little bee, the garden bee with a watering can and a bow tie. Look at that. So beautiful. And then the little frog also had a bow tie and a little shovel. That's so cute. Who thinks these things up? That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful to me. That's cute. Now, some of these things, I'm not sure they work in the garden. I'm not sure what this was. It was cute, but I don't know what it's for. But over here, we have some candles, and these are citronella candles. So they're supposed to keep the mosquitoes away. Now, I have a thing for things that burn. I don't like candles because they burn. So it went right back on the shelf. But if you're looking for citronella candles, they have those, and some more solar lights. Now, these ones they were really light. So I don't know, but they look very pretty. And I can imagine a couple of these in the garden would look divine. Now, if you've bought these before and you've used them, please influence me. Let me know in the comment sections. I want to know if they work, how long they last, at least a season. Let me know in the comment section, because I like the way they look. I just don't know if they will work. Now, this I love, the metal spinner. There were different types. This is the only one I seemed to enjoy. It looked like little brass, little brushed. I loved it. So watch it slide to the left. There you go. That one I didn't care for too much. The color was a little bit too much for me, but I guess it is pretty as well. But the other one was a winner. Now these solar lights, oh my goodness. Hi, baby. Hello. I love these. They look like artwork. And the light's not even on, but watch it glow. It looks pretty. So in my thinking, even if this does not work, so the solar lights die off, this hanging in the garden just as it is pretty enough for me. That's pretty enough for me. And things like this, they are better in twos. Don't you agree? A pair is better than one. That's what I think. It's just beautiful, and it feels sturdy. It feels like it'll last a little bit of time. So what do you think? Do you think it slides to the left? It slides to the left. That's right. It's going with me. Now, this is a tabletop lamp. So another thing that burns. I guess you fill it with some kind of accelerant and burn the wick. See, no, I can't. But if you like it, you can go get it at the Dollar Tree. I put it right back. Now, these were so pretty. These are birdhouses. This one is shaped like a beehive. Look, this is so pretty. It's $5. I wish it wasn't $5, but it's $5. And this is a little mushroom birdhouse. Look at it. Oh my goodness. It's so cute, and you can just hang it up on a trellis, or a shepherd's hook. This is the little hook where you can hang it up. That was just beautiful. And this was my favorite. The watering can with a ladybug and a flower. Like, who makes these things? This is just so pretty. So gorgeous. But alas, we must move on because there's more to see. But I was distracted, and I found something else we could use in the garden. Some twine. So if you had a garden project that needed twine, you can get a little piece of it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And of course, there was some more decor saying welcome, because welcome to finding joy in the garden. Some watering can decor and a fly swatter if you're so inclined. You want to destroy some flies. It's a 2-in-1 pack, so 2 for the price of 1. And if you had pigs in your farm or garden, this would be a cute one to hang over their pen. So let's move on for real this time, because I'm looking for something that is not at all in the gardening section, but I love to use in the garden. It is located in the office supplies, but I think they need to move it to the garden section. And that's these wire baskets. They had the white and the black, and I love to use these in the garden to protect some of my plants when they're younger from the vermin that live in my garden. And I also have another project that I'm going to be doing with these. So subscribe so you can see that when I make the video. But these are invaluable in the garden. So if you need to pick them up from the Dollar Tree. Now, they are smaller than they used to be. They were much bigger than this a few years ago, but this will do. So you see what I was saying about a budget? I started off with a cart like this, and I ended up with all of this. Please subscribe so you can see what becomes of these things in my garden. If you liked this video or found any value in it, pretty please take a second to like the video. And until next time, may you always find joy in your garden and your life. Bye, garden friend.